whenever misses a math problem, a teacher will
Okay, welcome. Sorry, I'm starting just a tad bit late today. It's 11:03, and today we are going to be drawing a police officer. Let me get that cap off because it always gets in my way. We're going to be drawing a police officer. There we go, nice and written on the top. If you hear any jingle jangles in the background, my cats just so happen to be playing right now, so that is what that sound is. Okay, so saying yes. I'm just saying we. Okay, sorry, I follow tutorials, but one thing I do know is first off, we need to start off in the center of the page. So we have room on both ends to draw our police officer. And because we're drawing a person, and the tutorials I watch are very cartoony, which is perfect, especially for me because my artistic capability is limited. We're going to draw that nose, that beautiful round nose that we've drawn so many times. And then what we are going to do next is draw our eyeballs. And that's it. That's it for the day. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we have our eyes, we have our nose. Now, because it's a little cartoon, we're going to add that shimmer in the eye, and we're going to color these eyeballs in like so with our black marker, which, by the way, I highly suggest doing it in black marker so you can have a solid outline. But if you are, you want to build up your confidence with your drawing, you can use pencil or something lighter, and then you can go back and kind of fix anything you want to. But even I don't have I don't have a lot of artistic capability, but I will tell you one thing. Drawing with this black marker has helped with my confidence, because when you make what some would call as a mistake, when you make one of those, it actually is like, okay, what can I do to make this actually part of my drawing? And you get some interesting things out of it. Okay, so we've drawn our eyes there. Now, you can draw male or female if you'd like. If you would like a female officer, go ahead and put some eyelashes on the side. It definitely makes the cartoon character look a bit more feminine. But from there, we are going to go ahead and move on. We're going to actually add the mouth next. Our police officer is going to be smiling. Now, I know some of our officers out there right now may not be smiling because, it's a very, very tough time, but ours is going to smile. because he, she, they are so excited to be doing what they do. So we're going to put a little curve here, kind of to start off the mouth, make it look like a cheek. We're going to bring this up, and then we're actually going to come back from the same spot, and we're going to add a curve and kind of bring it around like this. And then from there, we are going to go ahead and color this in as well. It's going to be the inside of the mouth. Actually, if you wanted to, you could probably color that red and make it like a tongue or something. But we're going to keep it basic, at least I am. And we are just going to draw or color that in black. Okay. Next up, we have to basically do our U shape. So what we're going to do is we are going to come down and around and boom. And every time I do this U, I end up with a curve over here and kind of like a backwards L look over here. That's okay. You do what you need to do to make your officer look beautiful, okay? So let's see what our next steps are. Oh, nice and simple. All we're going to do next is we are going to add on some ears. You honestly can just draw the ears using the letter C, a backwards C, a D, whatever you think makes your ear look beautiful. If you want to add an earlobe, you can even make it like a B and, you know, do that, and that would be fine as well. Now, our officers are wearing very traditional uniforms, okay? So what we have to do is we have to bring their heads up a little bit, actually a little bit more. And then we're going to flatten it off. We're going to give them a flat top, just for now, though, just for now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come from the left corner, and you're going to create a curve. But we're working on the brim of his policeman's hat. Next up, we're going to create a giant rectangle right above. Okay, so far so good. Now it kind of looks like a military guy, honestly. Just that right there. At least that's what I see. But now we're going to do a bit more, okay? So I'm just skipping ahead through my little tutorial here. Okay, so we are going to come down just a little bit past. Let me make sure I'm pointing at the right spot in the video here. We're going to come down just a little bit past our corner, so about right here. And we're going to go up at an angle about an inch and a half, almost 2 inches. So just, you know, you can see how far it is. About that far. Okay? So we've got that. Now our next step is we're going to, and I think I drew the head a little big, or I shouldn't have wrote police officer, but it's fine. Now we're going to make another angle back, another angle back, and then they have a little point here. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of give it a little curve and try to top it off just right. And that actually turned out pretty well. Okay, no, so far so good. Pretty proud of that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to come right here in the middle of his hat, and we are going to, his or her, you know, her hat, whoever's it is, and we're going to do kind of like a curved V. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm going to curve that, and then I'm going to curve that. And it's a little off. If you line it up with your nose, though, it should be okay. We're going to do a little line, little line, little line, little line, just little kind of like corners there. And then we're going to top it off like that. Give them the badge for their hat. Now, we're going to take a step away from the hat, and we're going to go work on the body. So let me scoot this up even further so we can see what we're working with here. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to come, I would say right at just past the edge of the, we'll say the middle of the eyes. The middle of the eyes is a good marker. You're going to bring a line down, and you're going to bring another line down. And just like that, you've created the basics to the body. we're going to give the officer a little bit of V-neck, just like that. And about a fourth of the way up, a quarter of the way up, not halfway, we're going to bring in their utility belt, okay? So 2 lines horizontally, 2 lines vertically, and you've got a belt. Now we're going to have to add a little bit more detail to this. But let me just kind of get through and see what we're working with. Okay, so this V-neck actually is about to turn into a tie. So, fun fact about ties. Every good tie touches the butt belt. The belt buckle. Sorry about that. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of bring it down to about right here, and you're going to bring it down to about right here, and then you're going to create a little V and bring it down and touch that belt buckle. And just like that, you've got a tie. Nice little knot up top, ties the good length. Now we're going to add a collar, because you don't wear a tie with a regular shirt. You don't wear it with a V-neck. You wear it with a collared shirt. So we are going to bring some little line down like this, and then we're going to angle it back up just like that and kind of go back into the head. Once you hit the head, go ahead and stop. Now, we're going to add some badges, a pocket, just because that's what makes sense. You know, this is a police officer. So we're going to simply draw a rectangle on this side and a rectangle on this side. Go ahead and put a line there, a line there. I'm not sure what they have going on, but it looks like they made this into like a radio. And we're going to do that right there on the right side. Okay? So our next steps are to add this officer's legs. Now, because we're drawing a cartoon officer, his legs are going to be kind of tiny. That's okay. He's just not doing a lot when it comes to pursuits. He's not running a lot. We're going to bring these legs down just a little bit further. Put a V here in the middle, and then go ahead and add their boots. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be beautiful. They just have to be what makes you happy. Okay? So we are going to add some more detail because our officer is armless, and that you can't arrest anyone like that. You can't uphold justice without the arms of the officer. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw those arms on. Well, not throw them on, but we're going to draw them on. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this arm just down like that, and we're going to bring another one down like that. Ta-da! No, I'm just kidding. We've got more detail to do. I was just messing around. Okay, so we're going to bring that, and then we're going to bring that back up. And with that, we're going to put a simple collar, or not collar, but, you know, a little line for some more like a rolled up sleeve kind of. And then we're simply just going to do a little round hand. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Let's try to get these arms equal width. And it didn't really happen, but guess what? Not the end of the world. And so far, so good. We are coming along. Now, I'm just taking a peek at this tutorial, seeing if they add any more detail. Oh my gosh, we forgot to give our officer hair. So let's just put our little lines right here. Boom. Just like that, you've got some hair. Did you see that in the video? Yes, you did. Okay. What is our next step here? Is there any? Did they have us adding anything? Let's see. If there's a female officer, they drew a little ponytail on the back. You're more than welcome to do that as well. And the rest is just oh my goodness. Okay, they put a top here and they turn that into a badge. So we'll do that. The rest of it is pretty similar though. Okay, so let me show you what I'm working with here. We have our police officer. That's it, actually. That's all we're going to do. We're going to say this is a community service officer. He doesn't have any weapons or anything like that. He's a very friendly and very friendly officer. He's just for face value. So what we're going to do is we're going to color this in. If you want to stick around for that, you're more than welcome. But you can color your police officer whatever color you want. Okay? So with that being said, let me get out my color pencils and we can get started. I really need to get a pencil sharpener for this as well. I'm starting to need it pretty badly. Pretty badly. Okay, so let's start with all the dark blue. The hat, the whole hat is going to be, well, most of the hat's going to be dark blue, and the pants are going to be dark blue. So let's do that. Let's do the pants first, actually. Oh, this isn't as dark as I thought it was. They use like a very dark navy blue. I guess I'm using a like a blue jean blue. What color is this? It just says blue. I guess it wasn't dark blue. But it's okay. It can be whatever color you want. I almost actually went with green because that is the color of Sacramento Sheriff's Department. At least it was at one point in time. And, you know, my grandpa was a sheriff's deputy, so I almost went that route and colored it that color, but I did not. I'm going to color it the color that they did in this tutorial. So let's see. Let's get this hat, this same blue. And I guess go live in a society where there's a lot of talk about the thin blue line and our support for police officers and things like that. So why not represent them properly and do our police officer in blue? Plus, think about it. The green is for a sheriff's deputy, and we didn't draw a sheriff's deputy. We drew a police officer, which there is a slight difference, even though their duties do overlap quite a bit. Every person has their own role. If you ask me what those roles are, I couldn't tell you too much. I know they're both officers of the law. I know sheriffs usually have to do with the county, and I know police usually has to do with the city. Even at my soon-to-be older age of 27, I turned 27 in 2 days. At the age of 27, I couldn't tell you what the big difference is between county and city, other than the fact that it has to do with the zone that you live in. I guess it's one of those things that's a need-to-know basis, and right now I haven't really need to know. I needed to know. What's next? What's next? Do I have a darker blue? What color is this? Violet. Violet, violet, violet. Okay, violet will work. I want this part to be, I guess, violet. I wanted violet to me is purple, but it looks like a dark blue, at least in my eyes right now. Especially with the violet next to the blue, the violet looks more blue than purple. That's my own opinion, though. Doesn't mean I'm right. Let's see. Let's make our police officer a brunette. I'm just coloring my way down that. Now, for this brunette hat, I think I want to go with black. Now, it's going to look kind of gray more than black, but I don't want to use the marker for it. I want it to look like this. Because I feel like the brim of the hat would be black. Am I correct? I don't know. This is my police officer, not yours, not someone else's. So in my imagination right now, yep, it's got a black brim. Now, I totally left this out, and I want to make sure my badge is that golden yellow. There we go. And since we have the yellow out, let's color in this badge down here and that belt buckle and his cuffs right there. Okay. Get that yellow in since we already have the yellow out, right? That makes sense. And I actually, since I have the black, let's do the belt and the boots. I say boots because they don't really wear like I don't think they wear regular shoes as part of their uniform. I'm pretty sure they wear boots. I could be totally wrong, but that is my observation. There we go. Now we're gonna go with a lighter blue for the shirt. Add some more depth to the color. So we're gonna bring this color. We're gonna color it kind of hard though, because I don't want it to be like I mean, it is a baby-ish blue, but I don't want it to be like a robin's eggs blue. This is a sky blue. And I'm actually gonna color those pockets a little darker too, as well as the tie, just to add some more depth and color. Ooh, my hand. Ooh, hand cramp. We're getting right along. Again, I'm coloring those pockets dark blue. You can color your police officer, your pockets, your everything, however you would like. You can even look up a police officer. Ooh, hand cramp. You can look up a police officer online and see what the colors are, you know? Or maybe you want to be specific to where you live. So you want a different police officer's color or whatever. I don't know where I was going with that, but you do what you want to do. Now I'm going to go with this peach color. I think it's the most representative of my own skin tone, which is why I'm using it. I like to put a little bit of myself in the art, so that's kind of where that's coming from. You may color your police officer whatever color you would like. If you want to represent your own skin tone, you represent your own skin tone. If you want your police officer to be a policeman from outer space and you want him to be bright pink, you make him bright pink. If you want your police officer to have crazy spiky hair on the backside of his head, her head, their head, then you know what I'm gonna say? You do it. Why? Because it's your art, not mine. Ah, hand cramp. My goodness, why is this happening today? Woo! Okay, and just like that, we have a super phenomenal, fantastic, and beautiful police officer. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope I see you tomorrow. And with that being said, have a great day.